Well, I don't know if you guys seen, but there was a viral clip of a lady who asked these two kids, and she asked and said, "Hey, guess who just got shot?" And they're like, "Donald Trump." They're like, "No, I don't know who they named, but the next best thing." And the kid said something else, and then like I don't know if eventually they got to that or not, but bro, they were teaching these kids how to become evil spirited people, to hate people, to think that it's okay to be happy, to murder somebody. And apparently the woman who made that video, she's a school teacher, which that should never be it. And that's the reason why people should probably be careful who their teachers are. If you can, unfortunately not everybody can, but if you could put your kids in private school, or at that point, when you got a teacher like that, bro, you better off probably even homeschooling your kid. Imagine that teacher indoctrinating your kid. Even second worst part, apparently the lady's husband was some sort of big shot colonel in the army. Okay, now, I don't know if they have the same views, but I would almost bet that most households will probably hold the same view. I know there's exceptions, but do you think that guy had the same view? To think it's okay to kill a political, like, activist, you would say?
I mean, come on. For the most part, I mean, how you going to have a marriage or any type of relationship and you guys don't agree on basic, fundamental, like, you know what I'm saying, what you live and what you stand on, like, your morals and, you know what I'm saying?
If your wife doesn't have the same political views that the husband has, the wife has no respect for the husband. And if you guys can't even talk about those things, like I know someone that said, "Oh, I'm not my husband doesn't know who I voted for." I was like, "How do you? Weird. You guys are married. You should know everything about each other. You should agree on everything. You should agree on religion, politics, and what your life goal is together as a couple.
Yeah, how you want to raise your kids, the environment you want to be
like,
in.
No, I'm not telling him. It's none of his business. That just means that the husband has no spine, and he's a freaking how do you say politically correct
a wimp,
a mangina.
Oh, what they call him now? No, they call him. I just learned this word like 2 weeks ago. It said a cuck.
A cuck, man. Okay, he's a
cuck.
Anyways, he's a cuck. Like you're the man of the house, and your wife's like, "Nah, I'm not telling you who I voted for." So what do you mean? You cuck.
I just thought about something, right? Like, let's say that was the case. It could be acceptable for a very small time period if for some reason you guys were both Democrat or Republican, let's say, and one of you guys start to kind of have a feeling or start to like enlighten yourself and say, hey, the Dems aren't the right people, and for you change your political view and you're trying to slowly convince your wife. I can kind of see it that way temporarily, but if you guys were both like in a relationship and you're a hardcore this and she's a hardcore that, a lot of people, bro, they say politics and religion, they don't mix with people, right? Why is that? Because you can't have separate views and get along. Yeah. Because those are core. Religion and politics stem directly from your core values.
Exactly.
You feel me? If you're not gonna have the same values as me, if you have the values of killing babies, you have the values of same-sex marriage and all that, you're probably gonna lean on that spectrum of the political agenda, right? But if you have the beliefs of family, raising your kids right, none of that, then guess what? You're going to be more of on the Republican side. And a Republican can't get with somebody on the other side. Supposedly, they just did a study where back in the day, maybe, I don't know, I think it said during the John F. Kennedy's time, they had a survey or something like that where they asked people if they could marry how do you call it? Opposite party, right? Yeah. And the stats were like, I think a big portion of people, I don't know the exact numbers, but it was maybe like, let's say 70% of people said, sure, like, yeah no problem. Because the values were pretty much aligned. There was some political differences, like, okay, maybe I don't want to pay for this or for that, but moral, political views were all pretty much close. Right. Nowadays, apparently, they have another research thing. I think it was like Pew Research or whatever. And the numbers were crazy high. If I'm not lying, it was like 70-80% of people said, no, I couldn't do it. Yeah. And I can see why. Because if I believe in this thing as a moral standard for myself, I can never go that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I agree with you 100%. It all stands for moral values. If your moral values is that it's okay to have abortions, and it's okay to have same-sex marriage and that kind of stuff, then you're obviously gonna lean towards that direction. There is no other option, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'll have a better time believing those things and being on the Republican side than being against those things and being on the Democratic side. Because if you don't believe with the Democrats, they'll condemn you.
Yeah.
They'll fight you. They'll try to cancel you. They'll do everything to harm you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, they'll reason with you. So, yeah, it all stands for morals.
You know
If
what's
your wife doesn't
interesting?
have the same morals, then
Now that you just said that, one thing I find interesting is there's a lot of conservative figures that go to these campuses and do the debates.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a liberal figure doing that?
no. There
Only
isn't.
on the net, bro. You got those weirdos like Hassan or whatever, Hassan Piker. He's straight up extremist piece of shit.
Well,
like,
on the net, I could see it. Like, there's a guy named called Gene something, whatever, right?
There's a couple of them, yeah.
But, I mean, on campuses or publicly, trying to actually debate people who would walk up to him. Have you seen
No,
that?
they don't
I've
do
never
that.
seen that before.
They don't do that. That's because they don't debate. They don't want to talk. They want to destroy. They want to cause chaos. They want to get results not based on conversation with each other to reason, but based on force.
yeah, and honestly, bro, at the end of the day, like, what separates us from like animals in the wild is like intelligence,
Right.
and being able to have conversations and like democracy. You know what I'm saying? Democracy is what? It's where we get together and we say, hey, we're going to vote on this.
Right.
And the people are in charge of what happens in our community or in our country or in our state. So that's what separates us from damn wild animals. Wild animals, they ain't got no rules, no morals, no nothing. It's just survival.
Right.
So that's what these libs are basically turning into, is just wild animals with nothing.
Yeah. Well, what did Charlie say? The moment we stop talking to each other, that's when democracy or the civilization collapses. Because violence.
That's when violence comes in.
Yeah. So you stop talking to each other. You can't talk to each other anymore. Now the only thing that they have left is just violence.
I mean, you've ever seen a video of a lib that's having a debate, and when they no longer have answers, they start to like try to push them or snatch their sign or
They
like.
get angry or something. Yeah. I seen a video of oh my God, bro. It was like a conservative person that was doing like a street interview, from what I understand, and they was asking like, oh, okay, well, she kind of led her into the, so you think it's okay to have abortions thing? Did you see this one?
No, I haven't.
Well, as soon as she was like, basically made her feel stupid just with questioning and reason, she assaulted and beat the shit out of
Oh,
her.
you talking about the light skinned black lady that
Yeah.
got whooped like she was bleeding from
Yes,
this freaking
bro.
person?
Yes.
I haven't
You
seen
seen
that.
that one?
Yeah, I didn't see the full thing, but I've seen the like highlights of them. Like I know what you're talking about.
That's the perfect example. She was real nice and regular, having conversation. As soon as the conversation turned on her to where she started to feel stupid, she got violent, bro.
Yeah. It's because these people don't have a conversation. They don't have the knowledge to back their claims up. They're going based on feelings. And if you can't really reason with feelings, I can tell you like, well, that's because it's rude to say these things, or hate speech. The whole point of hate speech.
Bro.
It's not because there's something behind it. It's because I feel like it's hateful and you shouldn't do it. Not for any like reason or fact.
They know deep down that they're wrong, bro. They really do.
I don't know. Some of them, I think
It's almost like they don't have souls, bro. Like,
Well, that's what I've been saying.
honestly, bro, there's not much you could do. Like what this guy Charlie would probably said. Like you just gotta pray for them that God will open their eyes, because
Right.
you saw what this guy was saying. And to credit to a lot of them have been kind of awakened from this, because they were like, man, like deeply inside, we got persuaded by these ideologies and stuff, but we're not bad people. And we can't be happy about what's going on.
Right.
And because of that, I know I want to side with this, and I know I kind of believed it, and I got persuaded that way. But I think there's something more to this, and we can't be on that side. It's just too much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bruh, put like, I don't know, obviously there's no comparison, you know what I'm saying? But like, if something were to happen to Biden or say Skamala, we wouldn't be like, oh, hell yeah. We'd be like, wow, that's bull. I can't believe that was allowed to happen. How did this happen? That's not what this country is about.
Yep.
Even though we
would
don't agree with
condemn
them.
our own if they did something like that.
Exactly. Even though we don't agree with them, and I really strongly don't agree with them, bro.
Right.
Like, we would still be devastated that this was able to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, the only people I feel like it's justified to, even then I wouldn't be too happy about it because like I'm not gonna celebrate people's death because at the end of the day, God made everybody in His own image and stuff like that. But there's evil terrorists out there, which those when they get bombed, I can't like I'm not celebrating that a life was taken. I feel bad that they were born into the thing that possessed them to try to take people's lives away. But those people are the only ones that I can maybe say, okay, we
You could
did
at
something
least
good.
not mourn it.
Exactly,
You
but
know?
like I wouldn't be.
I'm not
happy.
gonna jump up and down and smiling and let's throw a party because this happened.
Bro.
But
Yeah.
Exactly.
when evil gets killed, it's not. It's a good thing that
Yeah.
people are agreeing with, but nobody's gonna jump up and down and rejoice that somebody died regardless. And you know
Nah.
what? Somebody made a good point. I saw somebody online. He said that. Do you guys see the comparison between what happened with Charlie and what happened to George Floyd? Do you remember what happened after George Floyd?
Yep. Riots,
Burning
destroying
buildings,
businesses.
destruction for a whole summer, dude.
Yeah.
Destruction, just chaos everywhere. And this was different. This was a straight assassination,
Yeah.
live for everybody to see.
Yeah.
And have you seen any buildings being burnt down? Have you seen anybody committing violence?
No.
Have you seen anything like that besides people putting murals and showing love and respect for what happened
Yeah.
and for his family and the people in his community?
Yeah, this was.
You know the difference?
Yeah,
That's Democrats, Republicans.
Yeah, and here's another difference too. That this was premeditated. The other one was a something that happened in the moment, right?
Exactly.
Which, bro, the guy didn't deserve to die, right? Why? Like it sucks. You feel me? No matter what, right?
Yeah.
You can't be celebrating that. Here's another thing too. These guys burnt down buildings and cities over what? Someone who, for them, they didn't even know the guy.
No.
Exactly.
He was not known until that day, right?
Some random person.
These people, bro, have been listening to this guy for years, fans of him for years and years and years, and none of that happened. The worst thing I've seen on the net, a fool got whooped for trying to destroy some freaking.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
some,
Oh,
some-
Charlie Kirk, little like memorial.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's about the worst thing I've seen so far. Now, I mean, maybe there's more out there. I don't know, but
No, the libs would love to plaster that on the net.
Yeah, they would have.
They would have loved to plaster
would've
that
seen
on the
that.
And
net.
you know what else? I see these freaking libtards before this happened, right before they caught the guy, talking about it was one of their own. Do you see? It was a Republican. It
Yeah.
wasn't even he wasn't trans. He wasn't nothing. He was one of their own.
Yeah.
Laughing about it, like spreading it everywhere, posting about it. They even had. There was a guy on Twitter that makes fake propaganda shit.
Yeah.
Edited a picture of the killer with
with
Trump.
the MAGA shirt or Trump shirt. I seen that.
So they plastered that everywhere, okay? And whatever, it was too soon, they didn't know, whatever. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But then when they actually found out that they were completely wrong, and we were right about it, that he was some
100%
activist
right, bro.
and some trans activist, everybody stay silent.